Privet comrades, today we will be talking about the part 2 of the Su-33 combat guide, or a better title is the actual Su-33 combat guide, as the previous video only addressed the carrier and air refueling capability of the Su-33. In this part we'll talk about the air-to-air and air-to-ground capability of the Su-33. Sit back, relax, and be sure to share this video. You don't want the KGB injecting you with plutonium. The Su-33, just like the Su-27, carries only unguided air-to-ground munitions. Therefore makes the Su-33 engage ground targets at close range. This in turn makes it very hard for an Su-33 to engage outposts guarded with air defenses. However, compared to Su-27, the Su-33 can stay in combat for longer because of the extra 2 pylons that was added onto it because of its large wingspan. Due to the 2 additional pylons, the Su-33 can spam the shit out of any ground and air target it sees. The Su-33 is able to carry general purpose bombs, rockets, cluster bombs, and dispenser bombs. These munitions of subcategories such high explosive, armor piercing, penetration bombs, illuminating bombs and marking rockets. These give the Su-33 the ability to engage different types of ground targets in a single mission. The Su-33, due to the carnage, gives it increased stability compared to the Su-27 when locking onto ground targets. Also, compared to the Su-27, the Su-33 is great at anti-ship missions because of the fact it can take off from a carrier and can air refuel. The Su-33 air capabilities is very similar to that of the Su-27. Its extra 2 plans allows it to carry 2 more ERs, making this bad boy the spammer machine. We will go more in depth on the air-to-air capabilities in the video. The Su-33 is able to carry general purpose bombs, which can be used for different ground targets. The Fab 500 is the largest one of them, and when dropped it has a huge area of explosion and destroys all lightweight vehicles near it. However, if dropped near a tank, sometimes it might not destroy it, as you have to drop the bomb directly on top of the tank to destroy it. The second largest bomb is the Fab 250. The Fab 250 can be carried on the second to the last pylon near the wingtips, and can be carried in 2 pairs of 3. The Su-33 ability to carry the Fab 250 near the wingtip can be quite handy in close air support missions, by in which you can support your teammates while still having a lot of air-to-air weapons. The last general purpose bomb is the Fab 100. The Fab 100 can only be carried in 2 pairs of 3 and can be carried on almost every plan available in the Su-33. This is because of its small blast radius. The Fab 100 usually need a direct hit on a target for the target to be destroyed. The Fab 100 is usually carried in all available pylons by players who want to bomb the shit out of a target. These players usually use salvo mode to drop all the bombs at once. Salvo mode can be entered by pressing left control and V once in air to ground mode. I personally use general purpose bombs when I'm not sure the target I'll be facing. I use most especially the Fab 500 because of its blast radius, which corrects for my bombing and accuracy.
Переведи в набор. Предельный угол.
Калинка, калинка моя, в саду ягода, малинка, малинка
The Su-33 is terrible at air-to-ground night ops. You can compare it to the F-15C doing air-to-ground operations. However, the Su-33 has the potential to be good at air-to-ground when the ground is illuminated, hence why the Russian demigods engineers equipped the Su-33 with an illumination bomb. The SAB-100. The SAB-100 is a flare bomb that's used to illuminate dark areas. This can be very useful in night operations. It reveals the Americans who think they are good at sneak. However, it has to be deployed at around 1000 meters to 3000 meters, and the flare drops relatively close to the target, making it almost impossible to deploy it near air defenses without getting shot down. The SAB-100 also flares for about 5 minutes, forcing you to re-engage new ground targets fast. Furthermore, the Su-33 carries a designation rocket, the S-8TSM. This rocket designates ground targets, making it easier for you and your teammates to visually identify target. Once the rocket is fired at the target, it gives a smoke signal, making it visible from a long range. This feature very useful when engaging targets in high areas. A guided missile that normally doesn't give warnings to the aircraft it fired on, except for the fucking baguette. You normally don't see long range and IR in the same sentence, but it does exist. Its deadliness comes from its long range despite not giving a warning, which makes aircraft generally try